Here we are, day or night 248. We're over 800,000 hits. I don't have the total, but I've done, let's see, 9, 14, over 18,000 hits today, which is great. Oh my god. Here we go. Make sure this is on. It's on. What time is it? 10:45. So I'll probably go till like midnight or something. Actually, I wonder if I could move this so that TV part isn't in the mirror. Let me try and re-angle some of this stuff here real quick. Might be a little better. Yo, Cowabunga! Boo the Hurt, what up? How's it going tonight? We passed 800,000 hits. Try and get this in a better... Thanks for the likes. Try and get this in a better spot. There we go. I just don't want the TV screen in the background because it's a light that interferes. All right, there we go. I guess that's good. It's just on such a bad angle. So yeah, we'll go till at least midnight. We'll see what things are looking like around then. I saw that. You had like a whole trunk full of armor parts. Where are you finding all these deals? Now the tripod's being hit by Bob. I saw it. Yeah, I saw you had you got a whole bunch of stuff. But we said we'd be on, so we're on. We did it. Oh, I walked back just in time. Yo, Seamstress, thanks for the heart, mate. The Go Popular. Yo, how's it going? We passed 800,000 hits. Oh, nice. Whoa, you got a great payment. Yo. I tell you what, that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how it all turns out. I'm assuming you're going to eventually post some. Woo! Seamstress. Yeah, we're going to... So we did, I had morning live stream. And then I did some hits offline. I did over 15,000 hits, just recording it. Upload it to YouTube. I got to get this million hits done. That saves me so much time. Thanks for the likes. We quite possibly, this could be a 20,000 hit day. Now we're back. I don't know. I mean, as long as we get a couple thousand tonight, it'd be great. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, somebody got filtered. There's probably some... it's not me. It's probably the app. Thanks for the likes. We're back at it. Hitting our buddy Bob. At least for a little bit. We're buying a new Bob tomorrow. Yo, Corsets, what's up? How's it going today? It wasn't you this time. So I got filtered. This too bad doesn't say their name. What's up, Corsets? Y'all know Corsets and Chaos is going to be live streaming Scarborough Ren Fair? Probably pretty soon. It's about to start, ain't it? Ain't it? When did I start saying ain't? I think tonight. I tried to say it where it's not proper English, but anyway. I had Jamaican food tonight. That was good. Oh, Sherwood's first. I thought, alright. I must have the names mixed up. It was Shush something. Scar S something. Scarborough Sherwood. Yeah, that's awesome. Looking forward to it. Watch it be I'll probably have to stay up after work to watch it. Watch it be during in between night shifts or something. I'll tune in. Just give me a heads up, of course. It's a day or two before. All right, so a couple thousand hits on Bob would be great. I'll put us over 20,000 for the day. If I did, yeah, appreciate it. If we did 20,000 hits a day, I'd be done in 10 days. Obviously, I can't. It's 7 hours. If we get until midnight tonight, that's like 7 hours of hitting Bob. That's almost like a full-time job. Hitting Bob 7 hours a day. But anyway, yeah, once we hit the million, we can move on to cooler stuff. Oh, tomorrow, Superfan chat day tomorrow. It's Thursday, right? Tomorrow, Thursday? We gotta stick with that. Superfan days. Superfan Thursday. Superfan Thursday. Just a heads up for if anybody comes in tomorrow and realize you can't chat. Oh no, but we used to have over 20 superfans. I used to do Thursdays and Sundays. So gotta have some kind of perk. This app doesn't give you too much. You can still come by and listen. But the thing that kind of revived it, man, we have two new super fans, but I haven't seen them since. You know, which is how it goes sometimes. Like I haven't seen Swagville for like 4 months, you know. Daytime though. If we have a nighttime stream tomorrow, then, you know, which we might because we're gonna get 2 bombs. We're gonna have 2 bombs tomorrow. Maybe I should have both bombs. Now we gotta keep the other bob in perfect mint condition until this one's wrecked. I'm trying to think, because Bob's on this, you know, he's on a cylinder that goes over top of this. So I wonder if I could just make, I wonder if I could make some other kind of Pell. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what's underneath Bob after the Sharp Sword broadcast. So let me see how many hits we're at. We're at, hey, 500. And it's not been 15 minutes yet, so yeah. So we should be on track. We should get 2,000 hits. What day of the week is? So yeah, are you working? Did you just start work? If you're there, of course. Oh yeah. So anyway, went to this Jamaican place, man. They got, I guess it's real Jamaican food. Mon, oxtail, which is good. I was gonna wait around for some of their bread, but they're still baking it. They're still mixing something. I don't know, something with this bread beef patties, and it was still gonna be 20 minutes, so I didn't wait around. About to start. Oh, that's right. Wait. You started 10:30, right? Why is I thinking 9:30? I literally hit Bob for hours today. If we did 2 hours tonight, it would be literally 7 hours of hitting Bob in a day. 10. All right, gotcha. Freaking helps out so much, you know. If I did 20,000 hits on Bob, it would be 10 days left. No lights. It looks a lot worse than I thought it would. You know, I got this light on here. Let me see if I can adjust it. Hold on. Is that a little better? I think that looks better. The good old bright white. Flattering. Put me in a flattering bright white light. Oh, the gym closed. The gym I go to wasn't open. Space Comics, what's up again? 12 hours later, we're back together. Yo, hope you had a good day at work. The gym I go to, they had a sprinkler bust or something and flooded everything. So there went my plan to go start. I was going to go lift weights. Thanks for the weights. I was going to start lifting weights again. I went down there. They were like, everything's closed. Even the pool. So I was like, well, I'll just go home and hit Bob a little bit. Tin Man, what up? Thanks for the likes. How's it going tonight? Yo, hi, how's it going? 20,000 hits on Bob today. Tin Man, thanks for go popular. Hope you have a good night. Yo, Sea Turtle Mining, what's up? Good evening, how's it going? Tin Man, thank you for the RV. How's everybody's night going? I made, which I keep drinking over here, my water with fresh lime. Wizards and Warriors was such a good game. Do you know what's really funny? Watching a speed run of Wizards and Warriors. How easy it was to beat those bosses, man. So, it depends on the format. If you're fighting, thanks to Min for the post or the pin. So if you're fighting teams, it's 3 points of contact. So once you hit the ground, you know your feet are always two. So once you have another part of your body hit the ground, you're out for the rest of the round. That's really duels don't matter in the MMA format. There's no like technical out. Do you know what I mean? So the team stuff, you know, once you get them on the ground, trip them, throw them, beat them into the ground, and then once they're on the ground, then you're out. Then you're dead for a little bit. Oh man, how did I, or how do you just get into it in general? Oh yeah. Once you're down, and then I'm on Pittsburgh Armored Combat. I don't think we have any social media except Facebook, and we hardly ever pay attention to it because we're bad at that. But like you're talking about how I got into it in general. If you would MC USA, if you go to MC USA, they have whole thing how to get started and an interactive map, so you can see where you can maybe find a team near you. You don't need to be on the team. I got King of the Keg. I might have a AMMA fight next. Both of those will be next month. And Cincinnati Siege is what I'm signed up for so far. You know what? I'm actually, Zach, I'm actually glad you asked. I need to get on the BI website and make sure there's nothing else coming up I need to watch out for. So I got two, possibly 3 events in the next couple months. Yo, Tim Man, good to see you, man. Sleep well. I'm gonna be going to bed too in like an hour. An hour and 1 minute. We'll see. It might be midnight, and then like more people show up, and we have to go until like 12:15 or something. Oh my! It says I got a flash goal. I don't even bother with that stuff anymore. Let's see what it is. Hold on. Flash goal, everybody. I don't know, man. Whatever. Ooh, flash goal. Anyways, I keep burping. Oxtail. Yeah, nice. Well, I'm glad. It's good to see you for a little bit. Glad you stopped by for a little bit. I got you. No worries. No. Don't let me hold you hostage. Don't let Bob keep you from getting some sleep. I'm going for, I think, same about midnight. I'm probably off here. I want to get up kind of early enough to get some hits on Bob in the morning, and then we're gonna go buy another Bob. So I'm driving my daughter and my daughter's mom and like two of her friends to a movie tomorrow. We're all going to a movie, so we might have another like live tomorrow. It might be a double live stream day. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but the morning one is gonna be super fan. Yo, Roman, thanks for the rosa. Oh, so just so you know, don't anyone ever feel obligated to gift, but the roses, yeah, that chart there, fighting in Europe. So the roses and stuff help me fly to Europe. Oh man, I'm not good at I know Jefferson Airplane decent enough, so I bet I know the name. I mean, I bet I know the song, but I don't know off the top of my head which song that is. Roman, again, thanks. I was just making sure I said the right. Roman, thanks for the rosa. I'm sure I know the song. I'm just not good with song names. Even bands that I like I don't know song names, so I just throw the CD in the car and play it. And just listen to it. I never even read the album cover, what the song names were for most of them. Anything special about that song, though? Space Comics? Bob's head is like coming off. I might have to put a ski mask on him or something to hold his head together for the rest of the time. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get him a ski mask before winter's over and they stop selling that stuff in the stores. Whoa! Actually, my sword got hung up on. But I've never been good with song names. I'll just toss it in the player and let it go. Our old buddy Bob. Days numbered, man. 40 days at the most to hit 1 million. So it'd be nice to do that when the weather's not so cold out. Thanks for the likes. I'd love to get it done though before my next fight, but that'll never happen. We gotta get Bob to the park or something, you know? Thanks for the likes. Space Comics. Bob's due to get out of the house. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Maybe Friday I'll try it again. Last time I wanted to go to the park, it was just the temperature just dropped, so it ended up being like 19 degrees or something. Maybe Friday we'll get him up to the park again. That place with that stone, the big stone fireplace background. That's a pretty cool spot. See how it goes. The snow is still not melted around here. Even though it was like 60 degrees the other day, there's still snow piles piled up. It still haven't melted. Okay, I don't know Congos. I'm gonna screenshot that so I can check that out later. I'll check it out. Is that an older band? Man, I keep burping dinner because I just started drinking all this water. Now that I'm up hitting Bob. I think it's swirling around in my swirling around in my stomach. But dude, I love Jamaican food, and they opened this Jamaican restaurant around here. It seems like authentic. The people got accents like they're from Jamaica, so it was pretty good. Ah, all right. I know Clutch. I probably heard that. Just I don't know the name of the songs. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for hanging out. I think there's just like 3 or 4 of us here tonight. Woo! Yo, which happens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna crash out at midnight too. Just for anybody that wants to know. But that's cool. We got 820,000. I don't know if we'll even get to 2,000 hits today, but if we would, that's where we'd be at. Thanks for the likes. So I think the movie we're going to see tomorrow is some like Beatles or Paul McCartney movie. I don't even really know what it is. And I don't want to ask because I don't want to sound like I forget, you know. I got a bad memory sometimes. And if I'm like, what's the movie we're seeing again? Then I'll look like an idiot. So I'll show up, you know what I mean? Then I'll just show up. I'll wait till they bring it up tomorrow. I just know we're going to a movie. I think it's about Paul McCartney though or something. I don't know. I don't even know if it's like a regular movie theater. You know, I don't know. I don't remember stuff too well. I should have read it down. Yo, oh Kalish! Yo, what's up? How's it going? I see Kalish, thanks for the repost. Did I say hi? See, I already forget. Yo. Alright. So while you're here, dude, I'll show you Kalish. So this is how typical class goes. Say Heba, right? It might be easier to just talk about it real quick. So let's say for longsword class. Alright. You show up, everybody hangs out. A few people usually get there early. So you start out. Alright. Not everybody has long swords either. Where I go, they got long swords you can use, which of course, you know, is going to be an issue if you're just starting. So, they always tell you is to never put your point down. So, at least the place I go to, they always tell you to have a practice where you set your sword down, lean on something with a point up. The reason is, once in a while, you play around with sharp swords, you don't want to get in the habit of sticking the point on the ground, which can kind of ruin your tip, but also, a lot of times, man, people like set it on their foot and stuff and do stuff like this, and you don't want to be in the habit of having a point down. So then everybody puts their swords down. You know, they start doing stretches, like some, you know, leg stretches, things like this, twists. You all do it together. There's one person in front to lead the stretches. It can be anybody. You know, wrists, like necks. I mean, you're loosen up your hips, shoulders. Then it might go, okay, everybody pick up your sword. We do these things where you have like these raises. Like 10 kind of like you don't even have to lock your arm, but 10 like kind of squats, stuff like that, and then a couple things where you lay on the ground and you're doing these ab twists, and then they're like, all right, everybody, good to go. So yeah, man, Space Comics. What you've been pretty busy with your stuff. That's cool though, man. You go through the whole stretching thing. Then a lot of times, they'll go through some practice cuts, like, you know, like some Oberhaus, you know, I don't even remember what it's called anymore, your offside Oberhau, stuff like this, you know, just to kind of like loosen up. Then they'll have, all right, then you sit there and now it's footwork time, and like in groups, because there's usually too many people, just everybody go at once. So the first group goes, and you do just holding in like a flug guard, like plow, and you go this way, then you do the footwork back. Then you hold your sword the other way, your footwork down, your footwork back. Like, I don't know what it is, like 50 feet down, 50 feet back. That gets you all warmed up. Then, they'll have some, like, okay, today we're going to work on, like, a shield howl. I don't have any snakes or lizards. I actually never have. So the instructor will already know ahead of time, you know, these moves. That's why it's important. So if you're going to run a class to kind of go over these things before. So you find some, okay, we're going to work on so-and-so move today. And you explain, you know, because you're going to have to do it with a partner. You know, like explain how, like, a shield howl is cutting down into the other person's sword so that you can then, you know, you get their sword out from center. That way you can poke them or whatever, you know. And you only do like, you do like 2 things. Everybody kind of practices it. Practice with a partner. And it's only like 50% effort, so you don't like whack anybody. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, does that help? That's usually how a class goes. And at the end, sometimes people fight each other because it's open floor. But, that way you don't overwhelm people. You know, like, oh, let's learn like 5 moves or go over all these crazy things. And then the next week, you can build off that. Okay, last week we learned this. Let's review it for a couple minutes and we'll go on the next one. I don't know. Yo, thanks about Toy Machine. Perhaps both of our favorites. I haven't worn this shirt for a while. I was so surprised I had it hanging up. Yeah, and being new, and if everybody knows that everybody's kind of new to it, you know, like, don't sweat it too much if things seem like a little unorganized, or, you know, because you're all going to be, unless, you know, I'm assuming most people are just going to be kind of like learning this stuff at the beginning. Yeah, I don't, and the thing about where to get used gear, I don't know. I'm almost thinking there's got to be some kind of Facebook group for used HEMA gear. And then, just so you know, if you're ever looking for a HEMA sword, this is a HEMA sword. They all have these rolled tips. You know what I mean? Can you kind of see how it's rolled like that? However, just so you know, a lot of times, man, people generally don't use this kind that looks like a real sword. They use a feather. Oh, right. Okay, all right, yeah. So you know what I mean? It actually has a wider part here, and it's a lot skinnier the whole way down. That's what most people use. I just don't like that kind of style. I don't know. And then, yeah. Going over footwork is usually something every class. There's always warm up, footwork, just doing footwork, maybe two moves, and sometimes there'd be times where even the instructors would bring a manual and you go through the plays of, like, you know. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. It can't. I'm sure it's not the cheapest thing, but it can't be that expensive. What if they got like enough stuff for 8 people to use? You know. There's times where, I mean, they'll do a lot. Sometimes these places, you know, if you order like more than just one pair of gloves, like you order like 10, you know. I know my HEMA school does this. Like if they have a. Oh, is it? Oh shit. Well, maybe after a little while they might fund it. 1K? What? There's no way I spent that much on mine. Let me see. I'll try and find where I got my stuff from, and I'll. There's no way it costs that much, unless prices have gone up. Let's see. And I don't always wear. Let's see. So 160 for leg arm protection. 240, 340 kind of helmet. 440, 5, 10, counting the gloves. The neck thing was probably like 50 bucks. Say like 550, 560. Yeah, maybe, still, yeah, it's still expensive either way. Ugh. Yeah, for fresh gear. Well, I mean, there's nothing like fresh gear. But, yeah, it's still, yeah, freaking, that is expensive. It's like more expensive than I thought. I was thinking, well, yeah, I was not thinking of Sword 2. But I think mine was only about 550, I think, for everything. This, so these people are on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe, the lights are off. Wait, hang on. All right. All right, see this? Oh, it's backwards. SPES. Maybe just send them a message. SPES, like maybe send a message, see if they can cut some kind of deal or something. If you guys are looking to start something up, maybe they might even throw in like give you a discount. Tell them you're trying to start a club, you know, at your school. Maybe they can give you a discount on a suit. I'd recommend them because they make good suits. You know what I mean? That way, like, you know, maybe it's like free advertising, you know. Maybe Spess will be like, yeah, we'll get you a discount on your... Is the light much brighter now? Did something happen? Maybe they give you a discount, like say, hey, you know, I'm going to run this class. Maybe might just be like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, price must go. It's been a while since I've had to buy anything. So yeah, price should have been... Everything's so expensive anymore. Yeah, right. They're on here. I know they're on TikTok. I don't know what they go by, but I know they're on here because I've seen them. Like they make their video TikToks like to advertise their stuff. And here because also. It's a really good company. They actually messed up my first jacket I ordered, and they totally just sent me a new one for free. Like I emailed them, I told them it was wrong. They just made a whole new one and sent it, you know. So like I have 2 jackets. It wasn't even a size issue; it was the color was wrong. They put a red sleeve on it for some reason. I was like, well, I didn't ask. I showed them. I was like, I never asked for a red sleeve. Yeah, so that's a really good brand for sure. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe they might, you know, at least for you, maybe at least for you get a discount or something. Just yeah, I don't know. There's another thing too. If you know, in order of things that you need, you definitely need mask, gloves. A lot of practice though, you know, like yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, try it out. A lot of classes, like buckler class, like we don't even put the jackets or pants or anything on. It's just gloves and helmet. And then we're going through because some of the stuff that we're working on, like half the time at class, here, I'll tell you another thing. The place I go has an open night on Fridays where everybody comes up. You have to sign up so I know how many people are coming. But people bring food. There's actually a bar. the place, the HEMA school I go to actually has a beer on tap like at all times. But you're just going through moves like where you're like maybe like blocking from half guard and doing something, and you're just tapping like not hard. You're going through the motions, you know, and you don't even need a jacket. A lot of stuff just for light sparring, you know. You should helmet and gloves to start. You could probably even run stuff with just helmets and gloves. The sizing on them are horrible, man. Now I got like an extra large helmet. It still feels too small for me. And you know what's really cool when you get a helmet? You can paint it. You ever see people paint the faces on those HEMA masks? I keep burping Jamaican food. So I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking water. Yeah, I love it. You know, I never painted it. It's just like a tattoo. I was like, I don't even know what I want to put on it. Yo, Pete. Yo. Oh, what? No way. Oh my God. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. You, if you don't want to keep it a top secret, man, let me know what it is. At some point. So I'm glad you're here because guess what? I was thinking today, there's a couple people that besides just you that are looking for people to fight. Yeah, man. It's broomstick. You know what's here? You know what else is great? If Pete, if you let me use like some of your like, if I grab a couple pictures off you, like just your fighting pictures, and I'd make a video that you're looking for an opponent, because I was gonna do it for Bosnia too, just for something, you know, like. Gets your name out there. But let me show you something else too. I think this is Meth, what up? Did I say that before? This thing costs like $3 at Walmart. It says yardstick. You know what is great about a yardstick? You wrap something on it to make a grip. Dude, you know what I started fighting with? Like Pete, what? You got me so sparked my interest on this. I can't believe you talked to him. This is you don't want to make it round, but you keep it so it's still kind of like an oval. Yeah, dude. It's the best thing about it is because it's good for edge alignment. You know, when you're just swinging around a stick, it's a little different because you might not be paying attention to the edge. But something like this, man, you know. Gets you in the mood to keep your yep, okay, I'll do it. I got a couple things to upload, and I will I'll do it. I'll give you I'll throw it out there that you're looking for somebody. You never know, man. I mean, enough people follow me on here. Maybe someone maybe we'll gain some traction. I took a screenshot of it to remember. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're definitely short. Yo, Greg, what's up? How's it going? We're over 800,000 hits, by the way. Everybody who's here now was here earlier too, so I think we all know. But yeah, that is like a shorter thing. But the nice thing about them is at least it at least gets you conscious of hitting on edge. Yo, oh yeah. So how about I was about to go starting back at the gym. I went to the gym. They had a sprinkler break, and it ruined the flooring, all the carpeting. So they're closed right now. I was like, well, I gotta just go home and hit Bob. And here's what we ended up doing today. Let's see, 3,000, 6,000, 5,000, 3,000, and now we might even get like another 2,000. That's gonna be like 20,000 hits today. 20,000 hits on Bob, like it's a job. Yo, Luis popping off. What up? 20,000 hits on this freaking dude. You know, see, I don't know what is the HEMA Alliance like the big organization. Well, now the camera's shaking like crazy, but oh well, we gotta deal with it. We got another 36 minutes. I'm really trying to get off here at midnight. go to bed. We're buying another Bob tomorrow too, by the way. Tomorrow morning is super fan chat day. Just so we know. Oh, yo. We heard guy. Thanks for the roses. Y'all are always too nice. The roses good. Yeah, I'm buying them. Dude, the other night, so at Carnage, and then I had a regular workout day, man. This guy dropped like freaking like $25, you know? I was like, then I was like, yo, buying a Bob. That way we show all the money that TikTok payment's gonna go towards the new Bob. Yo, Cree, what up? How's it going, Cree? Yeah. So the way it works, TikTok's really stingy. It's not exactly worse than a lot of these other things. It has kind of one of the lower payouts, but the way it works, you have to buy. They tax you in a way. So if you're gonna have like, say you wanted to buy $20, the way people make money on here has nothing to do with ad. You know, like all these other apps, you're paid from ad revenue, but not here. Kind of, but not. Your main thing is donations. So roses, all those gifts. But at the same time, you know, like they take a good chunk out of it. So they take a portion when you buy coins to spend on like a rose. They actually charge you on top of that. And then when they pay people out, they also take like money out of that too. But either way, it was a pretty crazy week. So just to prove we're spending the money, you know, we're gonna buy the new Bob tomorrow. That way the TikTok money goes to Bob. I don't know how you get them though if you never paid money though. Unless someone donates to you. I usually if I'm throwing roses or something to somebody during the live stream, it's just coming out of what I got for mine. And all like you know, so it starts out like worth $1. By the time everybody throws all around it, you know, TikTok like takes a cut of it every time. It's worth less and less. Yeah, dude, TikTok takes a lot. But it's I think this, despite everything with this app, you know, I still think it's one of the best ones for getting out there. Dude, for a good example, man. I got a pretty good gaming channel on here on TikTok for gaming videos. Like tons of views, tons of likes, comments, interaction. I upload the same stuff onto this gaming channel I've had for like 13 years on YouTube, and over on YouTube it gets shit. Like, I'm not joking. The same videos, man. I have a couple videos on my gaming channel that, you know, like, it'll get 20,000 views and like, you know, like 1,200 likes. And I upload the same exact video on YouTube, same hashtags and everything, and it gets like 2,000 views. I don't know. So I still think this app's better. I don't use Instagram or nothing too much to really know. But and it's not like, and that was like back in the day though, you know, before they started changing things around with all the, like, whenever you used to be able to use more hashtags back in those days. But it wasn't just like fake bots and views, because I would have like tons of comments. You know, it matches about how many likes and views you get, and of real people that are like playing that game. So it's not just a bunch of bots. There could be some view bots, but for the most part, man, there's so much interaction on here compared to these other apps. I live stream on YouTube the same thing on a channel where I've had for years about my fighting stuff. I get lucky if 3 people come by. On here, there's only like 5 of us, but in general, like, more people come through here. It's weird. I think this is a better app. Despite how much I complain about it. Yeah, it is. Dude, I'm telling you, it is the worst. I agree. I think they're a little bit more lenient on some things. I think it's crazy though how many words you can't say on all these apps. You know, you gotta watch what you say. This app hates when you tell someone to get something, you know, other than a TikTok shop. Scottison, whoa, what's up? Yo, Scottison, hey. Buckle and board. Yeah, I'm trying to get through it. What? I get this. if we get to like 2,000 hits, which we probably will, I've hit this thing 20,000 times today. That's why I think we hit midnight. I think midnight we're just done. One at midnight. We'll pick it up in the morning. We'll get a couple more. I think we'll get a couple live streams in tomorrow too. You know, probably the same thing. I don't know what time this movie goes till. If you just tuned in or didn't hear, so my daughter, her mom, and then two of her mom's friends are all going to a movie together. I'm driving everybody. So it's a school night, so I'm sure we won't be out too late, but we'll probably have a live stream after. Timo! Fight as a soldier. Yeah, dude. The cons were cool. Actually, that's my whole... Oh, I never fed Jimmy the hamster yet. Let's do it. Well, we're taking a break. I gotta feed Jimmy. Man, how did I forget that? Yeah, well... Once we get these million hits out of the way, we're gonna have a lot more stuff like that. Kalich, we will. We'll get some of that stuff in the interim as well. But all right, we gotta feed Jimmy. But so the con, yeah, this is Mongolian themed armor. That's why, because hitting Bob takes up so much time, you know. Where I could be doing cardio, do you know what I mean? So once we get the hits on Bob, and I have to hit Bob like 4,000 times a day, yeah, we'll have plenty more of that. Plus, I need to start doing that to get ready to fight, you know, overseas. All right. So here's what we'll do: we'll feed Jimmy. When he starts smelling the food, we'll give him like before the live stream ends, we'll peek in here a couple times. We'll see if Jimmy's awake or if we can catch Jimmy. I'll probably leave the light on in here because what happens if oh, I know. Then he like hates people though, you know. So we'll just peek. Oh, he's here! Holy shit! Let me throw some food in there. Look. Jimmy, this is like the 7th time or something ever. Might not even be 7 times. You gotta come out though. Oh. Oh. All right, come on. Here, I'm gonna you know what? Well, with the swords, you'd have, yeah, the armor blocks, but check this out. So like, see, like this kind of armor, man. There's nothing here. You might have some neck protection. So what you're doing, you're a lot of times you're using both hands to pry into these parts, the armpits, like stuff like this. You're trying to get the sword, so You're not really exactly hitting them with the sword anymore, but you're trying to thrust it into the weak spots, you know what I mean? Hold on, I'm trying to open up this bag. Jimmy's going away. I want him to smell the bag of food. Look. Ooh. The bag scared him away. Well, anyway, we saw Jimmy, kinda. What we'll put this out. And then we'll come back in like 10 minutes. We'll see if he comes out. Jimmy, the superstar of the live stream. Man, I tell you what, this is a great idea, man. Selling hamster food. We'll give him a minute to come out. Funny, it's no longer a sword stream. It is a... Drop a couple of those in there. It's now a hamster live stream. Alright. We'll give him a couple minutes. We'll check in here every like couple minutes. And then try and catch him. Anyways. Yeah, give it just a little bit more. Like after about a month, Kalich or anybody out there, we'll have more of the cardio live streams and stuff. Yo, oh shoot. Eddie G, thanks for the follow. All right. Back to the usual hitting Bob. I will peek in there. If I see Jimmy out, then I'll come. You know, we'll just sit so it doesn't waste time taking the camera off. Every couple minutes, I'll just kind of peek in there, and we'll see if we can catch him up to make an official appearance. The thing is, we're hitting Bob, and I have the music blasting, and I'm talking, and because I kind of yell, kind of loud, I talk kind of loud. You know, we don't know. That's the thing. He's a rescue. Every hamster we've had for a while. Like this is probably like the 7th one. But except for the first 2 that were from pet stores, we get them as rescue hamsters. So I think he might be like 2 years old, but I don't know, man. 2 years old is kind of pushing it for a Syrian hamster. That's why I'm not sure. We got him like last March, and he's supposedly a year. So he might be pushing 2 years. I'm just gonna peek and see if he's up. Not yet. He might not come out though either. It's better to leave the lights on now that he was kind of coming out with the lights on, because the thing is, he'll if I walk in and flip the lights on, he just runs away. So we have another big cage, and I was thinking to get another one, but actually, like, keeping track, keeping them like fed and stuff actually is getting kind of expensive, man. Those bags of food, I only order them like one at a time because you never know, you know, like how old a hamster is when it might pass, but like he's already almost through that bag of food again. We tried to. Yo, yeah. Geckos are great though. I had a. Okay, I take that back. Somebody asked if I had lizard or snakes, and I said I never have, but I forgot. I did have a gecko. You have a certain kind of gecko? Mine was just wild caught in Florida. I kept it from the wild. I brought it back on an airplane. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I brought it back on the airplane in my backpack. Feel bad about that one though, capturing it. A leopard gecko, yo, those are awesome. Yeah, heck yeah. How long what's their lifespan, do you know? I think the funniest thing is that you go to the pet store when they got a whole bunch of chameleons and you can see all their eyes like kind of looking at you like, woo, from the side. Like they'll be looking like this, but their eyes are just watching you go by. Just make sure. No way. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I had no clue. 32, whoa, what? That's awesome. Huh. I'm just checking to see if he's up. Now. He knows what's up. He knows we're gonna run in there with the camera. That's pretty cool. 32 is crazy. I would have never guessed. I would have guessed like if you wanted my guess, I would have said like 8. Heck yeah. Alright, 21 minutes to go. How many hits are we at for tonight? We're on 1,500, so we'll definitely hit the 2,000 mark, that's for sure. So we're gonna officially have like 20,000 hits on Bob today. Every hit does get uploaded, so I upload, all the hits for today get uploaded to YouTube. When we're done with the 1,000,000 hits, no one's gonna congratulate us. They'll just be like, cool story, bro. But we were all here for 1,000,000 hits, all because no one would fight me for an hour. They're like, no one could do this. Like, I could do it. I was like, I could swing 1,000,000 hits in a year. I was like, oh, why don't I actually like live stream it? Had no clue what I was getting myself into. Taking Bob to the beach, you know. Yeah, so I actually looked into it because some people were saying it, but so I saw it looks like with Guinness, it's really hard because someone has to be there the whole time. And I don't know if they let you just go like if you do something in less than a year, I don't know if they have a category for it. Like, you know, it has to be like, how many can you do in a minute or 8 hours or something, you know what I mean? So didn't look like it would work. To be an official Guinness World Record, there might be some kind of other world record. I don't know if anybody wants to go back and count every hit we've done, but they're all uploaded in every one of these is uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, you'd think. I'll maybe we'll reach out to him. Who knows? Yeah, wouldn't hurt to just say, hey, check this out. I'd have to have someone from Guinness World Record to stay here. You know what? Maybe they do. You know what? Maybe they do. You know, it might be a good one. How many sword hits can you do in 24 hours or something like that? I wonder if there's a record for something like that. My record for hitting Bob in a minute is like 209 or 216 hits in a minute, something like that. Let me just see if Jimmy's up. No. Man, I'm surprised that we even caught him on camera that little bit. Yo, oh, you're back. I don't know how to say your name, but thanks for coming back. I see that you repost. Thanks for the repost. It's Greek or something. I don't know how to say Greek. Did you tell me what your name is though in person? Vancouver, what up? Thanks for the likes. Oh man. Boomer, what up? Thanks for the likes, Boomer. We're like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll reach out. I'll find some interesting things. Kalish, maybe like Guinness or something. We'll see. Maybe they got something like how many who knows? They have a record for how many baseball bats can you break by kicking them. Yo, Greg, yes. Greg. Guys. World famous Greg from Boohurt. Dude. With probably the best record of Carolina Carnage for eliminations. Waffle House? Oh, so yeah, we could play in a crusade from a Waffle House. That's actually how they did it. It's called Waffle Tavern, though, back then. The first crusade is Waffle Tavern. They're sitting there. It didn't have a round table, though. It was like, it still was booth seating, you know? But, that's where it started. It started inside. That would be, yo, thanks for the likes, Boomer. That would definitely be a, where stuff starts. You know, oh dude, so the Waffle House that I've been to in Armor probably 3 or 4 times. I've live streamed going to Waffle House in Armor. And one of the nights where I actually had nothing to do and I could have gone to Waffle House in Armor, it got robbed. Could you imagine if I was there in Armor on a live stream and they get robbed the place? Yo, right. Telling you, man, everything starts in the tavern, Waffle Tavern. Just think if I would have randomly been like, all right, guys, let's go do a live stream at Waffle House, and it would have got robbed when I was there. Thanks for the likes. The thing that I would hate, though, is what if they told me to take off my armor and they took my armor? That would have sucked. But can you imagine, like, being on a live stream and someone walk in and pull out a gun? And I get robbed in armor? That would have beat the headbutt that I took. The headbutt in armor. Let me see if Jimmy's up. I don't know. He might not come back out. We got another 20 minutes or something. We got another 15 minutes. I don't know the reference. Gophers. I don't know the reference with the name there. Boomer, thanks for the likes again, by the way. I swear this lighting was so much better a little bit ago. Whatever. I keep burping Jamaican food. I'm not moving around that much either, you know. Maybe I just drank too much water. Trying to stay hydrated. Oh yeah, I don't know. He was from Canada. I mean, you know, he split his head wide open. I couldn't record. I didn't aim the camera at him when he started bleeding out of his head because I didn't want to get you know, that can get you restricted. But yeah, I mean, it was like gushing out of his head. I mean, remember we ran into him later that night too, and he seemed okay. He probably drank so much he doesn't feel it. He probably had so much to drink that killed all that pain. So I don't know whatever happened to him. I'm surprised that video wasn't more popular than it was. The thing that sucks, the big trade-off. So if I live stream something, like when I live stream Carnage, like all the live fighting footage it's great because we're live streaming, you know, it's a great live stream. But then, and the other good thing is it saves it on TikTok. So then I go back and get the video. It doesn't save it to my phone, take up the memory. I'd never be able to record 10 hours worth of footage, you know what I mean? But the trade-off is the picture quality is horrible because it's saving it as like 720 or 1080, you know, resolution, and then it's grainy on top of it because the bit rate or whatever is horrible. So it's good. I have the whole event to go through. I went through 10 hours of footage. And I'm going to upload a Carolina Carnage highlight video every weekend for like the next 3 months. I got enough footage to do it. That way anyone who tuned in for the live stuff will be like, oh, hey. I don't want to just go through it and upload it. You know what I mean? I want to just like upload a dozen Carolina Carnage clips every day in a row. Because I want to go through the footage. That's that way anyone who followed during those events will be like, oh, yeah. Like every Sunday it'll be a Carolina Carnage clip. But then the picture quality sucks because I'm ripping it from my live stream footage. Let me see if Jimmy's up. Jimmy's a hamster. If anyone just tuned in, we just fed him. Ooh, it's July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I don't know which day I'm fighting. I hope it's the 3rd. Jimmy's not up. Yeah, I hope I fight the 3rd because that way I can chill for 2 days. The one cool thing about duels is I almost fight the first day, and then I can just chill the next 2 days, and I don't have, you know, then my stuff's done. Then everybody who beats the crap out of each other for the next 2 days, I can just spectate. I gotta look into so I need to get a new sword, by the way, too, everybody. You know, I'm gonna do that when I get off, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. This is so far the sword my world championship sword here. That's the other thing. Once we get done hitting Bob with the 1,000,000 hits, you know, if we get it done in like a month, that'd be great. Because then we're gonna have a lot more. Thanks for the likes. And we'll have a lot more actual, you know, relevant target practice. Like, I'd never get to 1,000,000 by having a live stream of, like, let's work on, like, 3-hit combos, you know? I was talking about this earlier. Like, you know, hitting them, like, 1,000 times in a couple hours, it's not gonna cut it. To get to the 1,000,000, I mean. And so we gotta get to the 1,000,000 ASAP. 20,000 hits today. 8? 16, yeah, over 20,000. Nuts, I tell ya. I've been staying here hitting Bob. Let's see, 2. It'll be about 7 hours worth of hitting Bob. At one time, I was like, maybe I could do a 24-hour live stream. God, by the end of it, I would just be like, You'd have to, I'd probably have to go to the hospital after. I'd go crazy. I wonder how many I could do in 24 hours though. I can get over 6,000 in an hour if I'm not talking or live streaming. But there's no way I keep that pace up for 24 hours. Ah! Ooh. Oh! First time that something felt weird there. First time that's ever happened. Yeah, right? Can you imagine that? Oh. The longest have you ever stayed up late more than 24 hours? I think I've stayed up for almost 3 days one time. It was back in the college days though. Studying for finals, and then staying awake after and going and partying. Me and my friends, a couple of my friends pulled like a 2 all-nighters in a row. That's so bad though, because I went and took the tests, and it was because I didn't sleep for like 2 days. And that messed me up, man. And then don't go home and go to bed after the finals. Go out and party. 2 days? Yeah. I've done 2 days more than once. Back in the ballroom dance days, man, I've had a couple where, yeah, like there's times whenever we'd one time, yeah, I've been up over more than 2 days once for ballroom stuff, where I'd work and then I'd have to drive all the way to the competition. I'd get there in the morning and I'd be up all day because my dance partner, you know, and I'd be up and we'd practice, and then you know we'd dance at night, like, dude. Anyway, yeah. You know what's something about staying up late like that dude, once in a while? I think it really slows, for me at least, it slows time down. If you stay up for like 2 days straight, even if you crash after for like 12 hours or something, to me it makes me feel like stuff just slowed down. Like, I'm like, wow, like that actually was, yeah, oh it does, doesn't it? Exactly. What's the record? Isn't there, the record's over a week. The record's like well over a week how long someone stayed up. I don't think Jimmy's coming out. We got the techno music on. I'm yelling. We're hitting Bob. I'm surprised he was out for even that little bit. Yeah. So whenever I'm up for like those days, there's a lot of times there's a lot of times where I'm up for like 30 hours. It's usually because I'll have something going on in the daytime, and then I have to go work night shift, and then I'm just up again the whole next day. That happens a lot. But for me, once the sun comes up, kind of like about 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I'm like ready to go again. Even if I don't have coffee. Thanks for the likes, yo! I gotta hold this here so I can read. Juan Manuel, thanks for the... Was that... You hit the like button. Thanks for that. Or what's up, either way. Yo! Oh, man. Spoon, what's up? Good to see you again. I hope that's not a problem for you. I think being too big would be worse than too small. I guess it depends on the situation now. 7 minutes. We're gonna hit Bob for like another 5, and then I'm gonna throw the sword down. Let me see how many hits we're at. We are at... Yay, we cleared 2,000. We're 2,034. So we're definitely over 20,000 hits in a day. I'm gonna lose my mind from hitting Bob today. Too many. Oh my. I can't imagine how many I could do in 24 hours though. Because at some point I would just be, I could do this. If you did 60, let's see, if you did if I can do 6,000 in an hour. I mean that's like the start. By the end I wonder if I'd be getting, even if I could just keep this pace right here for 24 hours, I wonder what we'd be at. 36,000. No, it'd be more than 36,000. Wouldn't it? How many, is that what it is off the top of my head? 36,000 seconds in a day? You'd have to speed it up and do 100 in a minute. I don't know. I can't math right now. But anyway, yeah, it'd be a lot. It'd be quite a record. Maybe I'll look and see if there's some kind of record they have with swords. A sword record in 24 hours. Yeah. Just to keep a pace once a second though. If I did this pace right here, I bet you I could do it for like a long time. I tell you what though, I dread after 6 hours of just doing this. What like I'd probably just start dropping the rate, and then before I know it I'm going like this. And then we're just like this after 12 hours. Oh. What's up, guys? I'd have like bags under my eyes. What's up, guys? We're in Bob for 24 hours. Yeah. Well, you know, I'd probably have to do it where I can't get the tripod there. I'd probably be able to do it if I put it right here on his chest. The other thing too, I'd have to fight. I need a more accurate counter. I'd actually have someone. I would need to have a real person or two people here count the hits, because I don't trust this app would it drops like 2 to 5% of the hits. You know, that would be a lot of miscounted hits. But I think I'd be able to if I kept the pace like once every second, and then every once in a while I'll get some of these in here. As long as they're hard enough to count as a hit, you know. Maybe we'll try it one day. Maybe in the summer we'll do an 8-hour live stream. It won't be for any I mean, it's not going to be counted. We'll be done with the million. Maybe we'll just 8 hours of just me. You know, I'd be just looking at it like this. Like, what's up, everybody? Yeah. Yep. We got half sword. This is the official beta test. Well, I don't know. I wonder how much I could do in 8 hours. Yeah, it should not take the longest. I'm forecasting the longest it'll take me is 40 days from today, and it'll be sooner than that because we have like some days, you know, we're going like if I did 4,000 hits a day, it's like 40 days after today, something like that. I don't remember what numbers I plugged in there, but because there's days where we get more than that. Some days though I don't hit. Every once in a while I don't hit Bob. I'm just gonna peek and see if Jimmy the hamster's up real quick. I think you're right though. We'll definitely be done by then. No, Jimmy. Jimmy just hates people. The last hamster we had would just like chill with you. It was kind of cool. The last hamster we had, oh man! So we were at Olive Garden, my daughter and I, and we'll save some stuff from the salad or whatever to bring home. And the hamster, there's a hamster camera in there. We're sitting there at the table, and the last hamster is Mango, same kind of hamster but a girl, and she was sitting there and like kind of like just like wobbling back and forth. I was like, something doesn't look right. So we came home and I think she was about dead. Picked her up, like kept going like Mango, like petting Mango and all that stuff. I think we brought her back to life. I guarantee if we had not come back, because it was only like 3 or 4, maybe it was like 4 or 5. That was a week later because my daughter was back when crazy man, have your pet hamster die in your hands. Yo, John, what up? How's it going today? But at least we're with, people be like, well, hamsters are stupid pets, but I treat them everything the same, you know. obviously, like a snail is people say that's a stupid pet. But I'm sure there's someone out there has a pet snail that loves it as much as like a pet dog. It's a snail, people would say. So John, what up? We got. Oh, it's midnight. Okay, this is a good song. We're gonna hit Bob for this song. See, I'm already breaking the rules. Alright, once this song's over, we'll put the sword down. Yo, I'm trying, man. I'm 20,000 over 20,000 hits on this dummy today. Oh my god. Alright, this is the finale for today. You gotta wait for the break though. Alright, kinda chill, so we're kinda hitting Bob chill. We'll try and pick it up once the music starts. How many hours do you think I keep up this pace? I think a good while. But I'd also like, if I was to do it for a whole 24 hours, I'd try and put more movement into it, you know, like make them kind of like more real hits, twisting the body. Here's the best part of the song. Well, if I could have the best, like my daughter and everything on things are, 1400, something like that. Do you? Would you go back or forward? I wish I could live to be like 300 years old though to see if we ever find life on Mars or some other planet. The only thing that I would want to see in the future is medical advances in medicine and space. If it was up to me, man, we spend all our money. I guess Europe. Actually, it's a really good question. You know what? I think it'd be cool to be like Native American before, you know, people came here. We could be like, yeah, let's, like, I want to live in the year 3000, and it could just be like a boiling hot ball of volcanoes by then. Last hits on Bob for tonight. Do you think picking a time in the future would be a gamble? Like, I don't know. You think heme is expensive now? Try start a HEMA club in year 3122. All right, let's get these hits. Let me flip these lights on. See if Jimmy's awake. No Jimmy. Well, we saw Jimmy for a minute. Alright, how many hits are we at tonight, Bob? Oh, DeJohn. Oh, dude, DeJohn. I missed DeJohn. Thanks for the journal. Yo. Hats off to you for that, because I totally missed seeing it. Thank you. Just so you know, we're buying a whole new Bob. Look how messed up Bob is. We're buying a whole new Bob tomorrow, which we aren't going to hit till we get the millionth hit. But I said that we're using the TikTok money for a new Bob, and that's what we're doing tomorrow. two. Well, I appreciate it, man. Oh, I must have tapped this. 2408 was the count. See? Bloop, bloop. I appreciate it, man. Is pairing effective? Yeah, it's a video game thing. I'll show you stay tuned for 1 second. I'll show you why. I'll show you exactly why. Now, pairing... There's pairing that works. It's not technically... I'll show you two different... I'll show you the video game version. Hang on. 2408, I said, right? Guys, I hit bomb 20,000 times today. This is insane. 20,000 times I hit bomb. More than 20,000 times we hit bomb today. Which is nuts. Got sword fighting arms from it. I got never lifted a weight in years. Alright. So, pairing. Alright. Classic example, man. I'm not familiar with every sword fighting like kind of game, but if we're talking like Dark Souls, here's your typical parry. Let me even get a bigger shield. If there's one sitting here, hang on. Yeah. Alright. Y'all know like heater shields and stuff? John, thanks again. Heavy. If someone's swinging a sword at you, I'll use a plastic one because whatever. Alright. This is you, and you're swinging a sword at me. Okay, so I go like this. For one, video games are so exaggerated. If you parry like this, and it knocks your sword back, you know what your next move is? Slice. Stab. Dark Souls 2 would, oh! If you just did... This is one of the most awesome... Highly recommend swords. $20. If you want just plastic one. If you want a real one now. More different, but... So, never, ever would you want to, for one, parry with a shield like this. Unless you're crazy. Same with a buckler. When they do this, man, so bad. If you did now, you're totally wide open. If you're throwing if you're going like this, what's to stop you from just going like, oh, my hand got hit. Okay, come around the other way. You can parry. You can definitely parry stuff. Like an effective parry. See, you can do it, but you're gonna have a split second time. So I'm not saying that that's a total waste. You could definitely shield bash somebody in the arm. You don't want to be going like this. This is probably a better thing, being behind your shield. If someone's swinging, go up like that, so I'm still protected. Then maybe you can come around like this or something, you know. I'm not saying it's not viable, but the animation like this is outrageous. You know, you would never go like this. Maybe come this way or something. So you can parry with, and if you're parrying with a blade, you're strong, weak. Okay. See, look, if someone touches your sword like this. Look how much it moves. If you hit touch sword, it doesn't move. Oh, strong. Oh. Same force, weak. So if you're gonna parry somebody with this, if someone is swinging, because I do this even in Boohurt. If you smash the stronger part of your sword into theirs, you go. You can actually sometimes knock them off the center for just enough time to come around the other way. You know. So pairing in video games is just exaggerated with the animations. You get a split second, though. Hey, true. That best swordsman used to be an adventurer. But yeah, video gameism. Martin the blacksmith. I don't know who Martin is, though. But yeah, I mean, if you want to parry something, dude, I spend a lot of time actively blocking when I'm having these buckler fights, but I never go like this or nothing. I try and get this in the way. More effective is getting this in the way ahead of time. I'm actually not punching them, but I'm like, if wherever their hand is, I'm trying to meet in the middle. Just to block. I don't know, does that make sense? Alright, it's after midnight. I'm going the heck to bed. We'll be back tomorrow though, super fan only. Oh, he's from K. Oh, alright. I'm surprised. I'll have to pay attention. I haven't watched that game for a while, but I used to watch people play it on here. Yo, night, gang. Thanks everybody hang out. Let's do a little shout out. Who's still here? Yo, Kalich, Nameless One, Greg, Manuel Thomas. Yo, what's up, Manuel still? Todd, Northup, and Land. Tomorrow, the daytime live stream is super fan only. And if we do one at night, it'll be regular chat. Just a heads up, because we still do have super fans and try and make it worth it. So y'all, yo, night. Yo, Nameless. Good. Thanks for hanging out. We'll me and Bob will perhaps see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna buy a new Bob tomorrow too. Later on. Thanks for hanging out. Over 800,000 hits. That's